Hello, Professor.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm not sure why we only did not to number three. I'm not sure why we're so slow. But today I'll try to finish most of them. The reason why we're taking so much time with scripting is because it's most. If you ever take another unit course, this is what you'll do. You'll do scripting. You don't do anything else except scripting programming. So that's why we need to do a lot of bash scripting. We have another handout as well, which I'm not sure if we're going to do next time. We'll see. But basically, here we're talking about manipulating files with numbers. So, number file manipulation. Let's see, is that true for most of them? Yeah, I mean, okay, we do have some text files on line 9. Okay, so we also do some text file manipulation. Well, both are text files, but the content of this one is numbers. The content of this one is, I guess, words, not numbers. Okay, so let's look at the handout. I guess let me open it here. So this is the handout. And we did up to number 3. So we did this long one. Once again, we did this long one here. So we're going to do the next ones. Okay, so this one, number 4, does uses text 1. Is we're gonna be manipulating content that is non-numerical content. So these are words. We're going to be using basically the idea is in this file, the numbers.txt, the numbers were vertical. You see that the numbers are vertical, 5 and next line 3. In this one, the numbers are horizontal. So kind of that's the difference. So we're going to be doing the same type of manipulation that we did for the numbers, but instead of the numbers being vertically, we're going to use numbers that are basically horizontal. The same thing for this file. Instead of all the numbers being vertical, every 2 numbers that we're going to be adding are going to be horizontal. So we're basically doing the horizontal reading of contents of a text file horizontally. So we have to create these files to do number 4. So let's create those files. So we have to create these files. So open your text editor. We're still doing lab number 2. So we're still doing lab number 2. So I'm going to create the first text file. That would be text1.txt. So once again, by the way, you can also use Beam. Beam is supposed to be improved. BMEIM is improved. And you press I to enter, then you press nano. You must press I to enter. And Ubuntu is good Linux. So we have 2 phrases. And then to save it, escape, colon, which should appear at the bottom when you press colon. and then the command to exit and to save and exit is X. So once again, we're getting ready to do the next scripts. And the next scripts use these files. So let me save it. And once again, why you should do these scripts and don't rely on it too much on AI. If you ever go to an interview, if you ever go to a job, there is two types of interviews. The general one, human resources, and then there is the technical one. Now, you cannot use AI. They're not going to allow you to use the phone on a technical interview. So you do have to know your stuff. You cannot just say, well, I always use AI. You have to have also knowledge of the basics. So that's why you should not rely, when you're learning, all the time on AI. Okay, so the next file, so I just created this text file. The next file I'm going to create is this one, the numbers, the 3. So VI, Vim, I guess. You should actually use Vim, which is supposed to be a little bit better than VI. Vim. B is VI improved, basically. Numbers 3.txt. So once again, the numbers here are going to be horizontal.
I don't have it installed. I only have VI.
Yeah, the VI is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna put 5. Put I, then 5 and 3. Oops, 5 and 3. Then save. Whoops, I made a mistake. 5 and space 3. Then, why does it keep doing that? Let me use VI. Not sure why it's inserting some values. Is it happening to you? It's inserting some values? I'm using VI now. For some reason, when I put a :X, it was entering some characters. So I'm using VI. So basically, two numbers separated by one space, and they are horizontal numbers. And the next numbers file is going to be numbers 4.txt, and that has the following numbers: 5 and 3. Make sure you only put one space in between. 9 and 1, 10 and 5. So those are the 3 text files that we're going to be using. Now I'm talking about these numbers 4.txt. Let me make this bigger. You may not think this is useful, but this is actually useful. I don't know if you see the tilde, because it tells you whether you have a space after. So that's why it's useful. So you can save it. Okay, so once again, we're still doing the same handout from last time. If you need a copy, there is probably some in the up front. And we did number 1, 2, 3. So now we're doing number 4. We're gonna start doing number 4. Okay, so basically, let's see what file we're going to use. We're going to use the text1.txt. So display the files. You should understand what is the objective of that particular question. So the objective in this question is to display the is on every line. That happens to be the second word of in the second line. So if you wanted to test the command before you write the script, you would actually type cat. Actually, it's using it's missing the dash. I think it's dash T, but that's a mistake. And the file is text1.txt. It's not text file. So it has a few. So notice the corrections. The D has a dash. What else? The file is. It's not text. It's not text file. That's a mistake. It's actually text1. So this is the correct answer. So normally when you're writing a script, you actually test it before using it. You don't just write it. And once you have the command, the way you save it into a file to use, you type echo and close the code in double quotes, and then you save it into a file called lab2p4.sh. So this is like a trick that you would do when you're writing scripts. Once you test the line, you tested this line. You're testing this line. Then you save it to the text file the way it is. So you don't go by memory. Just use the echo and close it in double quotes and enter. So when you type cat lab2p4.sh, you see you actually have the exact command. I actually forgot. What did I forget to do on this script? I forgot what since this is a bash scripting. You should do the pound exclamation bin bash, because especially on the Mac, the bash scripting is not the default. It's another scripting language. It's probably the corn shell. So certainly in the Mac, these commands will not work the way they would do in bash. So you have to use this. But in general, you should always use that command so that the person reading the script knows what is the scripting language you're supposed to use, basically. So this tells the developer that you're using bash scripting. Okay, so if you recall, to run this script, you have to make it executable, +x lab2p4.sh. You have to make it executable, and you only have to make it executable once. Once you do that file, you don't have to do it again. And then to run it, / and the name of the script, and you should get the is twice. So notice the way that we write in scripts. The first thing that you do is test the line. You tested the line. Then, once the line worked, we wrote it into the file by using echo. I also added the bin bash, and then I made the script executable and run it. So what I'm trying to stress is always test. You can test the line before you use it. Don't just type it. Make sure you understand the line. So this is basically number 4. So kind of to explain number 4, if you display the file text1.txt, notice that is the word, is the second word in every line. So this command will displays that. This command displays the second word by using F2. If you wanted to display Nano and Ubuntu, you would use F1. If you wanted to display that good, you would put F3. And if you wanted to use Best Linux, you would use F4. Best Linux would display Best Linux, F4. So the cat command separates the file into columns, basically. Into columns. Okay, so number 5. Let's see, I actually did number 5. So you want to display Best Linux. So once again, once you have the command, you can just echo, put it in double quotes, and write it to the file.
Professor,
Mhm.
I think I did something wrong. How do you repeat the is? Because I only got one is. The word is.
Let's see. Display the original file. Do you have cat.file, the text1.txt?
Oh.
It's supposed to be another line on the
Oh, yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the content of the file. There's 2 lines. There's 2 lines. Okay, so I actually inadvertently wrote the answer to number 5. So this is the answer. So notice that I'm using echo to write it into the P5 file. And then I have to make it executable to test it now. And you should get the same output. So I tested the command first. It had the correct output that was that we were looking for, and then I echoed it to write it into the text file, into the shell. I used the echo command. Then I made it executable, and then I ran it, and I got the same answer. So that's what you should do when you're trying to write a script. So basically, once again, the content of the script is this, P2, P5. This is the content of the script, only 1 line. What did I forget? I keep forgetting what? I keep forgetting I should always add the bin bash. So next time I'll write it as part of as another echo command, so that way I won't forget. So that's the answer for number 5. So once again, I want to remind you that the answer for number 4 is not correct. The D needs a dash. You need to have the dash before the D, and the file is not text file. It's actually just text1. So this answer has 2 errors. Okay, so these are the scripts that I've written. So I've written number 4 and number 5. I'll remind you again that you have to create these text files before you run the scripts. There is 3 text files you need to create. Okay, so let me do number 6. Once again, these are very fast because most of them are one-liners. Okay, this one is a little bit more interesting. It has 3 lines. So let's do number 6. So let's see, cut. This one is going to basically, let's see. Oh, okay, so we're dealing with the different file. The numbers3.txt. So we have so we are basically, how will you display the 2 numbers? So we're going to use the cut command. So if you use cut d f1 numbers.txt, that should display the 5. And if you use f2, that should display the 3. So that's what the script is going to use. So since I tested both commands, notice that what I'm going to do. I'm going to type echo on the first line that I tested. And put it into the new script, lab to p6.sh. And then I'm going to write the second command. It's actually, the only difference is the 1 becomes 2. For this one, you have to type two greater than symbols. Because you don't want to overwrite it. You want to just add it. Okay, so now I'm going to write this script using the VI editor. So VI lab2p6.sh. So this is what I have. So I do have to manipulate the file. I have to type I first, then x equals tilde, and then escape. So once again, kind of to get you used to manipulating the VI, you push I to enter the content of x equals before, then put the tilde, then you have to escape immediately, and then go to the end. And what do I do here to type the tilde at the end of the T? Not I. I would put it before the T. A would put it after. A would put it after the T letter. So that's the tilde. And if you wanted to take a shortcut, I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to copy this, YYP, then replace X with Y, and replace 1 with 2. So you can use the YY. So I'll do it again. Let me just. So they need to delete the second line because I can just copy the first line by using YY1. So YY. And I want to paste it, P. Now to replace X with Y, just hit the letter R to replace, then press Y. You're still in command mode, so you don't have to type escape. And then to replace the 1 with 2, R2. So that's how you can manipulate the contents using VI.
You use R?
R, to replace the letter. To replace the one single letter. The letter where the cursor is. In command mode. In command mode.
So not in insert.
Not insert mode, yeah. And then what we're going to do is, undo. I'm going to put O and I'm gonna create a new line, so lowercase o, and then type echo numbers are $X and $. I'm going to write the bin bash, so I'm gonna put the cursor at the beginning. I'll remind you that to add a new line at the beginning, you have to put uppercase O, pound exclamation bin bash. So once again, we're doing bash scripting. That's why you need the first line. If you're using Linux, it automatically by default uses the bash script.
So you don't have to put that.
Well, it's a good habit. You don't have to in Linux. No, yeah, you don't have to. But it's a good habit because it tells the developer what scripting language is the script supposed to use. So it's always good for that reason. So when you look at a script, you want to know, okay, is the script going to work in bash or in core and in what shell? Okay, so to save it, :X. So I created the text file, or rather the script, then I'm gonna make it executable. And then to run it, so these are the 3 lines. You use VI to create it, chmod to make it executable, and then to run it, you type dot. Dot, by the way, means my current location. That's the dot. That's what the dot means, my current location. You type lab2p6.sh, and you should get the numbers read are X and Y. So you should get numbers read are 5 and 3. So that's what you should get. In the next script, we're going to add them. So how do we add them? In the next script, number 7. So in number 7, doesn't have an answer. How would you add the numbers? So we're doing number 7 now. How would we add the numbers? You can use this one. You can use this you can use the. I like to use the double parentheses to do it. So I'm gonna use that to. This does a calculation. So because it's based on lab 6, I'm going to say copy lab2p6.sh into lab2p7.sh. So I'm creating the new script 7 from number 6. Whenever you copy it, it also remains executable. So you don't have to make it executable again. So that's how I'm creating number 7 as a copy of number 6. Now I'm going to edit it. Lab2p7.sh. Okay, so I'm gonna write basically, I'm gonna write it like this. X plus $Y equals $sign x plus y. So that should display 5 plus 3 equals to 8, basically. So once again, that should display 5 plus 3 equals to 8, if it works. So once again, we're doing number 7. So what does the D stand for? Anybody recalls? D stands delimiter, yes. Yeah, perfect, yeah, delimiter. Okay, so let me save it. Since it's already executable, you don't need to make it executable. Just type that /, and you should get 5 plus 3 equals to 8. So this should be the output. And if you wanted to look at the source file without using VI, you just use cat lab2p7. You can just cat it, and that will show you the contents of the script. So that's the content of the script. Oh, there's one more. Yeah, there's the echo. So notice that it displays 5 plus 3 equals to 8. That should be the output. So once again, because you made this one executable, all you do is, you copied it for number 6, which was already executable. All you have to do is type, you don't need to make this one executable because it was a copy of a file that was already executable. And then you should get the 5 plus 3 equals to 8. Okay, so let's see number 8. Okay, so this one is actually another loop. So this is another one long. So once again, the objective of this one, you should at least understand what it's trying to do. This one is trying to add the following content. So this is the file numbers for that txt. It is trying to read the first two values, 5, 3, and display the 8, the sum. Then it's going to read 9, 1, and display their sum, which is 10. And then it's going to read the last 3, the last line, 10 and 5, which is going to yield a sum of 15. So that's what this script is going to do. 8, 10, and 15. That's what these numbers come from. So let me create a script then. So lab 2p8. So this is a long script. Okay, so I'm making a copy of numbers3.txt into a temporary file, txt. I want to read the initial number of lines. So word count, L for line number, temp.txt. Then I want to isolate the number. In the Mac, instead of F1, what do you use? F8, yeah. So in the Mac, use F8. In Linux, use F1. So okay, then we initialize the loop control variable I equals 1. You don't need the semicolon. Okay, then while space bracket, square bracket, then a space. You must always put a space before the bracket and after the bracket. I is less than the number of lines, space, bracket, semicolon, do. Okay, so we're gonna read the first line. So we're going to read the first line. So head 1, so that means capture the first line in the temp file and assign it to another file called add2numbers.txt. So basically we're creating another file that is going to contain the first line of the numbers3.txt. Basically, it's going to contain 5 and 3. Basically, it's just going to contain 5 and 3. Then we're going to assign the first number. So cut. We already used this line. Since the second line is basically the same, I'm going to junk it. YYP, then replace X with Y and replace the 1 with 2. So you can take some shortcuts when you copy. Okay, now I'm going to display the sum, echo the sum, which is $, X plus Y. So that should display the sum of every line. Okay, the next line is well, let me put a line here. Kind of to the next line is going to basically we're gonna read the current line number, which is 3, and we're gonna subtract 1. But we do it using a script. So we're using the $ parentheses because we're gonna do a calculation. And basically what we're going to do is, what is the current number of lines? So WC, word count, L for get the line number of the temp.txt file. And then we're going to read the line number. So that would be D. But I'll remind you that in this one you use for the Mac F8. And for the Linux, you leave it as F1. And then you want to subtract 1. Minus 1. Then you close the two parentheses. So this command here, let me see if I can select it. Okay, that command is supposed to display the line number. And then whatever the line number is, we're going to subtract 1. Because remember, every line has 2 numbers. So we only need so n becomes, instead of 3, it's going to become 2. The whole point of doing that is that we're going to now change the file. The temp has the 3 lines. Now we want to remove the top line. So in order to do that, you use tail. So that's why the second command, tail. So what you're doing is modifying the temp file to only have 2 lines. What 2 lines? The last 2 lines, not the first 2 lines, the last 2. We're basically getting rid of the first line, basically. So the objective is to get rid of the first line. So tail. So this is the reason why we got the n. So read the first 2 lines. N is now 2 of the temp.txt file. And because I cannot change I'm not sure if I can change the original file. This is what I really want to do. I really want to change it. I really want to copy it to the same file. But I'm not sure if it's going to work, manipulating the file before and after. So I use another temporary file to do that. So instead of, I use temporary 2.txt, and then, remember, the file that I want to change is the temp. So now I copy the contents of temp2.txt to temp.txt. Once again, the objective was really to get that value into the temp. Now I want to increment the index, the loop index value, so I becomes I plus 1. And once again, you don't need the parentheses inside the 2 parentheses. You don't need I to have the $sign whenever it's inside the 2 parentheses. You only need the first, you only need this $sign, the one at the beginning. You don't need to add them. You don't need to add them before the I. And then done. So that was the loop. And then how many temporary files we use? So we have to delete all the temporary files we created. So we created the remove temp.txt. We created the temp2.txt, and we created the add 2 numbers. So to clean, you have to clean the script was using temporary files, so you have to delete them at the end when the script is done. So we delete all the temporary files we created. So I haven't seen any mistakes on the script, so the script should work. So so this one, you do have to make it executable. So chmod plus x lab2p8, and let's see, lab2p8.sh. Let's see if it works or it has errors. Let's see. Okay, it has errors. The tail 8, so the error occurs in the tail command. It doesn't give me the line number, but at least it gives me the command that failed, the tail command. So let's see what the error is. Number 8. So basically it displayed this. It did display 8. It added the first two numbers, but it failed here. It failed there. Let's see why. Oh, I didn't put the dash. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I forgot to in this line, I forgot the dash before the $sign. So dash. So I forgot that. So make sure you put that dash there. So once again, I did make a typo. I forgot the dash in this command. I forgot the dash before the $sign N. Okay, so let's test the script again. Since I already made it executable, you don't need to make it executable again. Just run it. Okay, so I only got one input now. Oh, I think I know why. Remove the files. Remove the files first. Temp.txt. Okay, it's not there. Temp2.txt is not. Okay, it actually did remove them. Add. Okay, so let's see why it's only working. It's only looping once. Let me display the original file, numbers3.txt. Oh, I'm using the wrong file, of course. I'm supposed to add all the numbers from this file. So you're not supposed to use numbers3. What you're supposed to use? Numbers4. So that's a mistake. So the script did not fail. It only had one line. So we want to test is the second numbers file here called numbers4. So that's it. That is actually a mistake on the script. So I'm using the wrong text file. So change. So put R. Change 3 to 4. So replace the 3 with a 4, basically. So once again, numbers, the copy command should be copying the fourth file, numbers4, not numbers3. So the error is here once again. This should be changed from numbers3 to numbers4. So there is a mistake on the script. Once again, the answer here, this numbers3 should be numbers4. So that's the mistake. Let me run it. Okay, so now it added the three numbers. So now it runs. So the only mistake on this script is the numbers3 should be changed to numbers4. So there is one mistake. Numbers3 should be numbers4. So if it runs correctly, you should get these three numbers. you should get 8, 10, and 15. Notice that this is the desired output. Output is 893, 8, 9, 8, 10, and 15. So we're getting these three numbers. Okay, so let's see, number 9. Okay, so good. Okay, so finally, okay, so now we're gonna use a different command. So this is actually an interesting command, the set command. This is the stream editor. Set means stream editor. This is a if you want to change the contents of a text file without without interacting. So you tell the file what you want to do, and then it'll change it without ever asking you. It'll just change it automatically. So this is a stream editor. So if you just want to display the contents of the file, you're just going to type set, no space, just put set, text2.txt. The file is actually, do I have the text2 file? Oh, never mind, I have to create a file. Okay, so we have to create another file, this file here. So, okay, so we have to create another file. So, vi, so we're going to create the text2.txt, and we're going to manipulate it with the command. So the first line is nano is the best. Second line, Ubuntu. Make sure you copy the case. Ubuntu is good Linux. And the last line, Unix is good Unix. So we have a text file with phrases, not numbers. This is the first time. So once again, I'm creating the text2.txt file. And let's test number 9. So the command, so this should display the entire contents of the file. And it does. Notice that this command displays the entire content. So we have to make it into a script. So once again, just type echo, and then double quotes the command that you're going to enter into the script, lab 9. So that would be lab2p9.sh. So we want to write it into that script. Then I'm going to edit it, lab2p9.sh. What am I going to do? I'm going to add the bin bash. So it's a one-liner, basically. I have an extra line here, so I'm going to delete it. Let me make it executable. chmod. And if I run it, it should display these 3 lines. So notice once again that I tested the command, then I echoed it to the script, added the bin bash, made the file executable, and then I ran it. So so we haven't really used set. This is just the easiest criteria. Just display the entire contents. So let's see number 9. Rather, number 10. Number 10, notice what we're going to do. Let's see. Use the set command to print only the first line. So how do we only display the first line? Do you know one way of displaying the first line of the file? We could use head -1 of text2.txt. So that would display the first file. I mean the first line of the file. So now we're going to use set to display that. So set n in single quote 1. This one is the first one means the line number. So we want to display the first number. And then how many lines after that? Only 1. So we want to print only the first line, basically, of the text2.txt. So this should display nano is best. So if you want to display the second line, that would be 2, 1p. And if you want to display the third line, that would be 3. So why am I telling you this? Because instead of having to manipulate the file with the cut attempt ahead and all that, we can just use this to select the appropriate line. So we can isolate each line using the set instead of having to use the other method of head and then tail. Now this would only one command we can use to select the line. Print one line.
Oh,
If you say 2, then it's gonna, from the third line on, it's gonna display 2, will display the next 2 lines. But 1 means only display only one line starting from line 3. So this is a much better way of isolating the line that we want to manipulate, basically, the set command. So it's more it looks more sophisticated. Okay, so let me write the script just for the sake of completion. So number 10, we're just going to write that this is the first, we're gonna display the first line. So I'm gonna echo it to the my new script, lab2p10.sh. Now I'm going to add the bin bash directive. And make it executable, chmod and then the last command, run it, lab2p10.sh. And I got an error. By the way, this is the C shell. So what was the error? It did not find the file. So I must have made a mistake on the file. So let's see. Actually, it's empty. Let's see what went wrong. Echo the set to the lab2p10. Okay, let me make sure it has that content. Okay, that's that line. Now let me make it executable. After I add the bin bash, and then let me run it. Okay, so now it's best. So I display the first line. Okay, so okay, the mistake is I use F19 by mistake. So that was I put over here F19 by mistake. That file does not exist, so that's correct. It doesn't exist yet. Okay, so number 10, just display the first line using set. So now display the second line using set. And the next one, display, what is the 12? Display the first 3 lines of the file starting with number 1. That's what really number 12 is. But let's do 11. So 11 is basically a copy of number 10. So just copy. So for number 11, copy lab2 p10.sh into lab2 p11.sh, because you're only going to change one number. It's the same. So use number 10 to create number 11. Then use vi lab2 p11.sh, and basically you're going to change the first one to 2. That's all you're going to do on number 11. Change, so you're basically going to display the second line. So once again, if you want to isolate a single line, the set command is more sophisticated, is easier and friendlier than to use head and tail. Then you have to do a lot of hoopla, a lot of hoops to do the file manipulation. You have to use a temporary file and so on. Okay, so now you make it executable. Actually, no. Since we copied it from the 10, it's already executable. You just have to run it. It's already executable. So you should get the second line. Ubuntu is good Linux. So number 10 displays the first line. Number 11 displays the second line. And number 13, number 12, the next one, is make up to create number 12, copy number 11, because you're just going to change, actually, no, copy the number 10, lab2 p10, use number 10 to create number 12. I'll tell you why. So to do the number 12, also use 10. Also use 10. Okay, basically what you're saying is start from line 1. So the first one means start from line 1. And now I want to display 3 lines starting from the current line. So you're going to change the second one to 3. So that means print 3 lines. So once again, the second number means how many lines you want to print from the current line. So that should display the first 3 lines of the file, which basically the file only has 3 lines. So this should display the entire contents of the text2 file. So this is number 12, and basically we're going to display, this 3 means display 3 lines. Print the first 3 lines. What happens? What would happen if this was number 2?
It would print out two lines.
It would display 2 because we are starting from the second line. We don't have a fourth line.
So we'll go with narrative.
You know, it will only display the first 2 lines, not 3. Because this one says start from the second line. Display 3 lines, display the next 3 lines starting from the second line. But we don't have a fourth line. So it was only going to display 2 lines. It won't go there. You just display the yeah. But so that's why so that's why we're starting with 1, because 1 has 3 lines. And since it was copied from number 10, it's already executable. So to make it, to run it, lab2p12.sh. And notice that it's going to display the 3 lines. Okay, number 13. We're going to delete. How do you delete a line using set? So you'd use D to delete, basically. So let's delete the first line. So I'm gonna once again try the command before. Set 1D. So let me display the file. Cat text2.txt. Now let me delete the first line by using set 1D text2.txt. But notice what happens. It's not changing the original file. It's just displaying, in this case, the output after it deletes the first line. But the file still has 3 lines. If you wanted to delete it from this file, you would have to use I. Don't do it, because we don't want to change the file. But I means in place. That means change the file to only have 2 lines permanently. So if you don't put I, then it will just display this output while deleting the first line. So this is the basically what we're going to do with number 13. So let me echo. So this will be number 13. Let me use VI to change it. Okay, I'm gonna add the bin bash. Once again, if you take a Linux class in another school or in any school, you're gonna have only scripting. That's just all you do, scripting. You might do another shell. You may not do bash. You may do corn shell or C shell or another shell. I think when I went to City College more than 30 years ago, so that's a long time ago, I did corn shell. Okay, so after making the change, you make it executable. And then we run it. So it should display the contents of the file, the 2 remaining lines, because it deleted the first line. And once again, do not do this, but if you wanted to change the original file, you would use the option -I in place. That would delete it from the current file. So don't do it, because we want to keep it intact. But there is a way to change the file permanently with the set command. But don't do the I, don't do the I. So the contents of the 13 is that. So we only have the 2 lines. And notice that I don't have the I. Okay, so that's number 13. Number 14. Okay, so how do I want to delete the 3rd line? So now I want, instead of deleting the 1st line, I want to delete the 3rd line. So basically, this is a copy of number 13. You just have to change the number. So copy lab 2p13.sh. You're going to make it into lab 2p14.sh. And you're basically going to change the file. You want to delete now the 3rd line. So to delete the 3rd line, replace 1 with 3. That's all. That's all you do. Replace 1 with 3. So that would delete the 3rd line. So let's test it. I don't have to make it executable because it was copied from an executable file. So it should have deleted the 3rd line. Let me display the contents of the 3rd line of the text2 file. And did it delete that line? Yes, it deleted the 3rd line. That's the line that it should have deleted. And it did. So you see that it's a little bit, it's friendly to use set. It's friendly. It's not, the criteria is not that difficult. And now even more interesting, search and replace. We want to search for nano and replace it with pico. So this is now, now we're going to really alter the contents. So not just delete the line or display a specific line. Now we're going to replace. So we're going to replace nano with pico. So let's number 15. So I'm gonna use VI, I guess. lab2p15.sh. So once again, this one is about changing nano with pico. So let's do the bin bash. Okay, so set search for nano and replace it with pico. Single quote, not the tilde. Single quote. Text2.txt. So if you want to make this a little bit more interesting, display the original contents of the file, cat text2.txt. So display it before changing it. Once again, this is not going to change the original file. If you wanted to change the original file, what would you have to use? The dash I. Yeah. But you don't want to change the original file. But if you did, you would use dash I. But you don't want to change it. So let's see if it works. So notice once again, you're changing the file non-interactively. You're not interacting with the file, you're just changing it using the command set, stream editor. Okay, so let me test it, make it executable. So create the file, make it executable. And then run it. So the first 3 lines is the original contents. And let's see if we change nano with pico. The first nano was changed, pico. Was there a nano anyplace else? No. So did it change nano with pico? Yes. Let's see. If you type set s, let's see, we want to change is with r. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it changes every instance of is. There should be 3 of them. There's 3 of them, isn't it? There's 3 of them. Is. So let's see if it changes every is with r. Not just the first instance. So let's see. And from the file text to the txt. Yeah, it changed every instance of is with r.
So what is that, the S means?
Search and replace.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that was number 15. So let's see number 16. Oh, actually that is number 16. Replace is with letter A. Okay, so I can, so I'm gonna put A instead of R, and then echo that to the next script. So I'm changing the is with an A. So save that into the file lab to p16.sh. Now let me VI it. So this is the content. And let's see if it does it. chmod. Yeah, it changed every is with A. So it changed this A, and A. So it changed all 3. It changed every is with A. So that was number 16. Number 17, let's see. Okay, this one is a little bit, I think it's, okay, so you want to manipulate the content in the following way. Let's see. What is the current contents of text2.txt? Okay, so you want to get rid of the 3rd line, number 1, and you want to, in the first line, you want to change it to from nano to Ubuntu. In the second line, you want to change Ubuntu to nano, and you want to delete the 3rd line. So there's 3 things you want to do. In the first line, change nano with Ubuntu. In the second line, change Ubuntu with nano. And in the 3rd line, delete it. So there's gonna be 3 statements. So let's do that. So let me test the first one. Set. So first test the line. Set. You want to change the first, I guess, nano with, okay, so we can do the S nano. So we only have one nano. We want to change it with Ubuntu. And the content is text2.txt. Yeah, that changed the first nano with Ubuntu. So once you tested that line, put it into the script. So you're gonna put it into the script. So echo. Oops, now first call the command. So now you can echo it. So I'm going to create the first line of the script by using the echo. This is number 17, I think, lab 2P. Yeah, 17. So it's P17. Now the second line. So this one is tricky. Now you want to change the second line. You want to change the second line to nano, Ubuntu to nano. What happens if you do this? It's gonna display it's gonna change the first one and the second line, which you don't want. You only wanted to change the second line, not the first line. So the trick here is to use the second line. You put 2 before. That means change the second line only. Hold on, it didn't work. Well, make sure the contents is cat text2.txt. This should say only change the second line. No, it's changing the. No, it's not changing it. No, actually it is working, but I don't think that's what I want. Oh, I want to change nano to Ubuntu. Oh, it's the other way around. Yeah. The original content is Ubuntu. I'm going to change it to nano. The first line. Wait, I'm getting all confused. Let me clear and let me see what the current contents of the file is. So let me see. Cat text2.txt. Okay, so on the first line, I want to change it to Ubuntu. Okay. The second line, I want to change it to nano. Okay. So let's see. Said. If I put this, it's gonna change the first Ubuntu with nano. Now, you know what the problem is? That the second line is also using text2, but it didn't change. Remember that the file did not change? So we have to copy it to a temporary file, basically. So that's the problem. So so we have to copy it to it. So that was the problem. So let's change the script. So I'm gonna put the second line. The second line, which actually worked. This line, change the Ubuntu with nano. So echo. So this will be the second line. But I'm gonna change the file. So I'm gonna use 2 of them because you want to add it to the current script. So I'm adding the second line. Okay, so let's see. So lab 2p17.sh. So once again, so we want to save this to a file basically. So add. So we want to save it. We want to put it into a file called I guess temp. I guess temp.txt. So we want to save it. And in the second one, you want to use the temp file. Temp file, the one that changed. And then you want to copy it to another file. Because we want to make another change. Temp2.txt. What do we want to do in the third one? We want to delete the third line. So set third line from the temp2.txt. And that should generate the correct output. Let's remove the temporary files. Remove temp.txt. Remove temp2.txt. Okay, so let's see if this script generates this output. So we're testing to see if it generates that output. That's the objective. So let's see. Okay, so let me make it executable. lab2p18.sh. Oops, this is numbers. Oh, it's number 17. Let's run it. Did it come up with the same output? Did it come up with the same output?
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Yeah. So this is the correct answer, basically. I know that it's here, but notice that I did a little bit different. But it's wanting to understand the script. Once again, the objective is really to try to understand what we're doing with every line, not just copy and paste the content of the scripts. Okay, so I guess it's 3:30. It's 2:30. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's take a 10-minute break, and then we're still gonna leave at 3:30 because we need to finish as much as possible here. But let's take a 10-minute break. So let's take a break. Break until let's see. So it's from 2:35. Okay, to 2:45. So we have 10-minute break.
Professor, I want to show you something.
Once again, there are copies of the questions you were doing.
No, it's actually, I have it. Well, I'll be ready. Oh, yeah, they did. Okay, it says, oh, cannot find the. So, let's see. See, there's no numbers. Oh, there's no. So what you do is, oh, no, no, no. The other change was, that was a mistake. This one should be, replaced that with, oh, yeah, It's okay.
Okay, so let's do now number 18. So basically, number 18. Let me just see if I can go over it a second. This is we're basically gonna manipulate this file again, numbers two. So we want to. This is the script that was used to manipulate that file. So we want to add the first two numbers, 95391 and 105. We want to add and come up with the answer. Notice that this script is a little bit long. This is not the ending. The ending is actually here. So this is the script if you don't use set. If you do use set, this is going to be the answer. So notice that it's shorter. So let's do this. So this is number 18. So instead of numbers 5, you can just use numbers 2. It's the same. Number 5 is really the same. Number 5 is really the same content as the as that file. So number 5 is really the same thing as numbers 2. So we can use numbers. So let's do this one. So that's number 18. So if you wanted to create a new, you wanted to follow this script, you have to create numbers 5. But numbers 5 is the same thing. The same thing as numbers 2. So all you have to do to create numbers 5 is copy numbers 2 into numbers 5. The same file, same numbers, 5.txt. So once again, the contents of number 5 is the same contents as number 2. So I'm just creating a copy of 2 into 5. So once again, start with this command, and now create a script. So lab2 p18.sh. So we're gonna write this script here. So let me do that. So bin bash okay, so get the number of lines. And once again, for the Mac, you have to use F8. F8. For Linux, leave it as F1. The loop control variable is initialized to 1. Then we have the loop. Less than or equal to the number of lines. Okay, so the first line, get the first number. Actually, I'm not sure what the N is for. We'll see what that is. I haven't used it before. Okay, so it's a short script. Let's see if it works. Eight, 10. Okay, there is a 12. That's wrong. 8 is correct. Yes, coming up with the wrong. Okay, let me see what the n is for. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see. Set n. 1p. Now, so this should get the first number. So I'm testing the set commands. Let's see what it does. Okay, 5. If I don't put the dash n, let's see. Oh, okay, I see. That says oh no, we did always use dash n. Okay, yeah, we did use the dash n. Okay, so yes, I just forgot that we were using the dash n. Okay, so that's fine. So the dash n is working correctly. So this gets the first number. This is going to get the second number. And add it. Yeah, let's see why it's not working, the script. The problem is generating more output than it's supposed to. The script is generating basically this. It should only have 3 numbers. So it should only have 8. It should have only 8, 10, and 15. So let's see if I made a mistake. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Lines are word count L numbers 5.txt. Cut the F8. I equals to 1. Oh, maybe I made a mistake here. There's supposed to be a space here. Maybe, who knows? Oh, I see. This is supposed to be my mistake. This is supposed to be 2. Okay, so I made a mistake. That 1 is supposed to be 2. That's why. Okay, so that should work. Yeah. Okay. So my mistake was in that line. I put 1 instead of 2. So that was a typo in my part. Okay, so the last command that we're going to learn about is the one that follows for number 19, grep. Grep is used to search the contents of a file. So find is used to search for the file name, let's see, but grep searches for the contents in the file. So this is the last command we're going to study today, 19. So I guess in this case, if you put a null string, it's going to display all the numbers. So actually, these are supposed to be integers, I believe. Let's create this file. Actually, let's see. Number 20 uses what file? Integers. Okay, so let's use integers. So in number let's create this file, integers.txt. So that's a new file. So this is a new file, a new text file. So vi integers.txt. So that's 5 in 3, 10, 3, 9. So we have basically 5 numbers. So I'm creating this file, the integers.txt. Okay, so let's see the grep command. I guess it's gonna display all the contents if it doesn't have a criteria. Let's see, n numbers. Oops, integers. Yeah. So what it does, it displays the line number and the contents. So once again, it's displaying the line number and contents. So that's that's number 19. So that's the only one liner. So let me copy that into a. By the way, you can use the single quotes instead. Single quotes. You don't have to use double quotes. The reason why I'm changing it to single quotes is because I want to copy that command into a file. So you have to use double quotes with the echo command. So I want to copy it to the lab 19. So lab 2p19.sh. So vi lab 2p19.sh. I'm just going to add the bin bash. Okay, so the mistake in this question that you're supposed to use integers. So that's the mistake. There is a mistake in the answer. Instead of numbers, you're supposed to use integers. So that is the mistake in number 19. Let me make it executable, and it should generate the same output. Yeah. So once again, we are now using the grep command, which is used to search for the contents in a file. So the grep command, whenever you need to find, it's very useful whenever you need to find something within the file. So you're gonna use grep. So let's do number 20. Let's see. We want to display only the line numbers. Only the line number where it finds the number 10. So number 20. Okay, so number 20, let me clear. Okay, so let's see, the answer is grep. So let's see, grep first, n. So I want to find the line number. So I want to find the number 10. So it says, oops, I forgot the file name. So clearing it. So grep, I want to find the number 10 in the integers.txt file. So So this is the count. So it says it found number 10 in what line? Line 3. So now, how do you isolate the line number? You don't want to display the 10, all you want to do is display the 3. So to isolate it to only display the 3, you use cut. The delimiter is what? The colon. Because the colon separates the two numbers. And I want only the first number, the 3. So I only want to display the line number where it found the number 10. So this should display 3. You see? So that's what the question is basically asking you to isolate the line number where it finds the value you're looking for. So and once again, you can use single quotes. You don't have to use double quotes. So now I'm going to use the echo. I'm going to copy it to the script. So if you do the echo, you're less likely to make mistakes because you are copying the same command you tested. So you want to copy that to the lab to P20, that is H. Oops, lab 2. Okay, so let me add the bin bash. So that's the number 20. So the answer in the handout has no errors. The handout is correct. Let me make it executable and then run the script. Okay, so it isolated, so it's giving me the line number where it finds number 10. Okay, so now number 21, this will be the last one we'll do today, number 21. Let's see, number 21. We are trying to change the number 10 with 99. So in this file, we want to change the number 10 with 99. Actually, there's only one instance of 10. So to really test this command, we should use maybe another 10. Otherwise, the question doesn't make any sense because the set command, we're already going to change the content. So we don't need the line number because there's only one instance. But what happens if you have 2 of them? So let's see. What happens if you have 2 of them? You only want to change the first one. So once again, if you have 2 10s, you only want to change the first one. That's the whole point of this one. So what's the solution? Okay, so the first thing that you should do is find the line number. Find the line number where the number 10 occurs. So you're gonna type grep. You wanna find the number 10 in the file integers.txt. So it gives you 2. You only interested in the first one. So how do you get the first one? You do the cut head 1. Get only the top one, the first one. So notice that I only have the 310. Now, how do you only get the line number? Now you want to get rid of the 10. You just want to get the line number. So now you're going to do the cut. The delimiter, it's the colon, and you only want F1, which is the line number. So now you, now the command it's cut the dot dash F1. So you see, you just isolated the number. So to find the line number where it found number 10 is this entire line. You see, so it's a long line. So now what you want to do is you want to basically set. You want to change in the third line where it finds it, you want to change the value of 10 to 99. In the integers.txt. I made a mistake here. It's S. Okay. So notice that it's changing the 99 to S because I'm only changing the third line. But remember, you're not supposed to know that it's on the third line, the first instance. So how can we get the line number? From the grep. So we're gonna combine grep with set. These 3 is gonna be replaced with the grep. You see the idea? So let's do that. So this is the line that isolates the line number with the first instance of 10. That's it actually gets the line number. So I'm gonna echo it and put it in the well, let me use single quotes instead of double quotes so I can copy it into a file. Remember, this is the last one. I'm just trying to explain it. So echo. So I don't need to memorize it. I just need to echo it to the file. So this is number 11. lab2p11.sh. Is that number or number 21? 21. Okay, so now I can do vi lab2p21.sh. Okay, so now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to say set. I want to basically change the line number. So this is the line number. I'm gonna put the this command is gonna be enclosed in a tilde. So this entire command is gonna be here is gonna replace with 3. So that's gonna be 3. And then I can finish the rest of the set command. Change in that line, change 10 to 99. So you understand the logic? So once again, this is the key here. You are using this grep. Oops, only the grep. Let me see. Yeah, you only use the grep to find the line number of the first instance of 10. And the rest of it is the follow up to the set. You want to change. You want to find that 10 and change it to 99. So that's it. So that's why it has 2 lines. It's a long command. So it's really just one big line. So let's see. Actually, I forgot to type the bin bash. Okay, so let's see, ch mod lab 2p21, that is h. Whoops, I forgot the plus x. Now let me run it. Okay, made a mistake on the set. Let's see. Oh. No, that's fine. Grep 10. Actually, I don't see what's wrong with it. Let's see. What is the issue? Oh, he has a colon. Okay, the mistake is in the colon. Well, actually, let me test it, I guess. I'll test it again. That grep command is generating, let's see. Yeah, the line 3. Well, let me use single quotes. Yeah, still.
You're using, are you still able to use F minus 1? Are you not supposed to use F minus 8?
Minus F8.
Well, let's see. Let me see. Copy. Let me copy it. Paste it. Let me assign it. Let me just put like this. Let's see what it outputs. So I'm just gonna run that command. So yeah, let's see what it should. The first line should give me 3. Let's see. Yeah, it is generating the 3. Oh, so it said on escape. Oh, there is no end of the double quote. Oh, I see my problem. This is my problem. The slash. I forgot the slash. So there is a slash. There's a slash before after the 99. There is a slash. So that's the problem. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, now it works. So the 10 was changed to 99. Only the first 10. I can delete now the first line. So I did make a mistake. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So the structure edit for I guess for tomorrow is going to be where is Notepad? Okay, here. So I guess this is gonna be Okay, definitely number 21. Number okay, number 18. What else? And one last one. Last time we did number 3, so this time, okay, number 8. And number 8. Okay, so I guess each one will be worth, 3 points, or 3, 6, 9, so 9 points, I guess. So each one is 3 points. Okay, so let me create the assignment. So we are talking about extra credit on the first script. Let's see, the first script it's plus 10. So this is gonna be actually plus 10 also. So this was plus 10. Now I'm gonna do another plus 10. I'm waiting. It's still I'm waiting for the to come back. So it's gonna be plus 20 points basically. If you do this. Okay. So this is our exam 2 extra number 3. Basically it's 10 points. So it's okay, so this is, I guess this one is plus 3, this one is plus 3, and this one is plus 4, so to make it 10. Plus the 21 is okay, so submit number 8, number 18, and number 21. From bash scripting number 2. Okay, so this one is 3 points. This one is 3 points. And this one is 4 points. The one long line. I guess we're not gonna continue with scripting, so next time I'll give you a take-home test for the bash scripting. So the bash scripting is going to be another, but I'm warning you, that's probably the last take-home test. The ones that follow are gonna be in class. So we're gonna have a bash scripting test, or maybe I should do it tomorrow night. So. You want me to give you the test next week or tomorrow?
Next time.
Okay, so next time. Okay, next time. So this is gonna be due tomorrow. This extra credit tomorrow by midnight.
Professor, can you leave the video?
Oh yeah. Okay. Now let me stop recording.
Is it the test? The exam gonna be about